The British Empire, spanning over 5 centuries, was the largest empire in history, covering a quarter of the world's landmass and population at its height. Its foundations were laid in the 16th century as England emerged from conflict with Danish Vikings and internal strife to unify as a nation. Under Henry VII, maritime exploration began, paving the way for colonial ambitions. Elizabeth I's reign marked the first major steps into empire building, with privateers like Sir Francis Drake and explorers like Sir Walter Raleigh venturing overseas. During the 17th century, the British Empire expanded significantly. Jamestown, Virginia, became its first permanent American settlement in 1607. Colonies spread across the Caribbean and North America, fueled by the transatlantic slave trade, which transported millions of Africans to work on sugar, tobacco, and cotton plantations. Simultaneously, the East India Company gained a foothold in India, establishing trade monopolies and later military dominance. The 18th century was marked by both triumph and loss. While Britain defeated France in the 7 Years' War, 1756 to 1763, gaining Canada and India, the American Revolution, 1775 to 1783, led to the loss of the 13 colonies. This shifted Britain's focus towards Asia and the Pacific. In Australia, penal colonies were established following Captain Cook's voyages in the 1770s. The 19th century saw the British Empire reach its zenith, often referred to as the Pax Britannica. The Industrial Revolution made Britain the world's manufacturing hub, bolstering its economy and military. This period included the colonization of Africa during the Scramble for Africa, the Opium Wars with China leading to the acquisition of Hong Kong, and the consolidation of power in India after the 1857 rebellion. Railways, telegraphs, and legal systems were introduced, though primarily to serve imperial interests. In the early 20th century, the empire began to decline. World Wars I and II drained Britain's resources and morale. Nationalist movements, inspired by leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Kwame Nkrumah, gained momentum. India achieved independence in 1947, marking the beginning of the end. By the 1960s, most African colonies had gained independence. Today, the British Empire's legacy is both celebrated and critiqued. It left behind enduring global systems, English as a lingua franca, parliamentary governance, and economic ties, but also deep inequalities, cultural dislocations, and historical grievances. The Commonwealth of Nations now symbolizes its transformed relationship with former colonies.